guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Cami. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I wanted to dedicate this video to the Black Lives Matter movement. I want to be honest and say that I am nervous to say something wrong or to say something and sound privileged. I still need to do so much research and so much understanding to even minusculely understand the oppression and the racism that have been going on. I only know what's on the surface of it. There's so much underneath that still needs to be learned and still needs to be taught. But I think it's important to say that I am trying and I will continue to educate myself and continue to listen because that is so important. We may never understand or be able to be in their shoes, but we need to still support them and to still be there for them and to still help them and end this terrible racism in our country and in the world. All I ask is for you to educate yourself and to keep that commitment, and I will continue to educate myself at any point, and I will still listen and I will always support and defend. So you've probably been seeing that a lot of YouTubers are doing a full face of Black owned makeup to contribute and to promote Black owned makeup brands, and then their AdSense that they get from all the ads in their videos will be to donate to an organization. And I wanted to contribute to this as well. However, I do not have a full face of Black owned makeup brands, which has really opened my eyes. And I also do not have AdSense. I'm a very, very small YouTuber just starting, so I do not have any ads to receive money from and to be able to donate to an organization. So instead, I wanted to sit down and talk about brands that I do have, that I do own from Black owned makeup brands, and also talk about brands that I've researched and learned about and products that I'm interested in purchasing and have already purchased. If you'd like to learn some new makeup brands and buy some new makeup and to support the Black Lives Matter movement, just keep watching. So I want to start out with the brands that I do own. So I only own from 3 brands that are Black owned makeup brands. The first one I want to talk about is Fenty Beauty. Fenty Beauty is kind of a controversial one because it is owned by Rihanna, but I think she's a co-owner. I haven't done enough research about this, but I still wanted to put this brand in here as well. This is the Fenty Beauty Killawatt Highlighter in Girl Next Door and Chic Freak. I have the color Girl Next Door, the lighter one, on my cheeks right now. I actually haven't picked this one in a really long time, so I'm really happy that I tried it because it's a really beautiful, like, natural highlight. So I'm really excited to try this more, and unfortunately their brand is kind of in a more expensive brand, so I don't have that many products from them. This is the only face product that I have, and I really like it, and I want to try her cream bronzers, and her cream blushes. But they are kind of more expensive, but they're really great, so I highly recommend these. The next thing I have are the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint in Unbuttoned and Uncensored. These are beautiful liquid lipsticks. I have Unbuttoned currently in the middle of my lips, just because it's kind of a lighter color, so I wanted more of an ombre than an all over lip color. And the bottles are gorgeous and they're huge, so you get so much product. The doe foot applicator is really great too because it's really great to go ahead and spread the product on your lips and line your lips at the same time. And these are just beautiful displays too, so I always put them on my vanity and just like display them because they're gorgeous. I highly recommend these. I want to get more colors, but again, kind of expensive. The last product I have from Fenty Beauty is probably my favorite product from Fenty Beauty, and they're the Gloss Bombs. These are the original 3 colors. I have Fenty Glow, Fussy, and Diamond Milk. These are the original 3 that she came out with, and my favorite one is Fenty Glow, which is this brown one right here. And I absolutely love these, which is why I also purchased the holiday set. And this holiday set actually retails for $29, which isn't a bad price at all for 5 lip glosses. I actually am missing one, so I only have 4. I have Pretty Please, Confetti, Hot Chocolate, and Cheeky. But this is a really great set and really great way to try more colors because she did only have these 3 colors. She came out with 3 more colors. I believe it's Hot Chocolate, a pink one, and a clear gloss one, which I'm really excited for the clear gloss one. I really want that one. But again, haven't purchased it yet. So these are the glosses that I have, and I think they're gorgeous. They are not sticky at all. They last all day and they smell so good. If you're looking for some new glosses, I highly recommend these. And the doe foot applicator is also giant. Like even in these small ones, the doe foot applicator is huge. So I love that you only need one swipe to fill up your whole lip. The next black owned makeup brand that I own is Juvies Place, which is much more affordable than the Fenty Beauty. And it's also sold at Ulta, which is really great because you have more accessibility to it. Juvies Place is mainly known for their eyeshadows in my opinion. However, I do not think they're the greatest eyeshadows. I mean, they're not bad, but they're just not my favorites. So I have actually owned way more than I have right here. I only own 3 currently, but I've had more that I've decluttered because I just don't use them as much as I do with others. So these are the 3 ones that I have in my collection right now. This is the Berries palette. It is a beautiful pink palette, but you need to dip into a different palette to get like your brow bone shade and your inner corner highlight shade, but it's really pretty. And if you're looking for pink eyeshadows and don't want to spend a whole arm and a leg for a palette with a bunch of pink shadows, I think this is really great. Next is the Saharan palette. This is a much more colorful eyeshadow palette. There's like a greeny yellow, a dark green color, a bright red, and then there's like some neutrals, which is really great because it's like a neutral palette with a pop of color, which is always the best so that you can have your neutrals to wear during like work, but then if you want to be a little crazy, you can add your pops of color as well. So this is a really great palette if you're looking to play with a little color but don't want a whole colorful palette. The last palette I have is the Warrior palette. And this is a much more neutral palette. The pan sizes are huge. So this is the Saharan palette, which is the normal eyeshadow pans, and this is the Warrior palette. So you could just see how much bigger this palette eyeshadow pans are in comparison to this one. So you get a lot more product in this one for I think the same price, but this does come with a lot of product. So if you're looking for a really great neutral palette, this is really beautiful. And the great thing about Juvies Place is that they always have sales on Ulta, especially on their eyeshadow palette. So if you just keep an eye out, you can get this for way cheaper for this much product. The mattes are buttery and they blend out perfectly, and the shimmers are gorgeous and pigmented. So they're not bad eyeshadow palettes. I just don't reach for them as much as I do with other palettes. Next thing I have are blushes from Juvies Place. This is a blush palette and this is just a single blush. So this is the Serafina Blush from Juvies Place. I have this on my cheeks currently. It is a beautiful peachy pink with a little bit of shimmer, which doesn't really show on your cheeks. They also have a darker blush for darker skin tones. So this is really great for like light to medium skin tones. And then the other blush, I think it's called the Bella Blush, is perfect for medium to deeper skin tones. And I love that they're, you know, inclusive. But this, you could also wear this with a darker skin tone, and you could also wear that one, the Bella Blush, for a lighter skin tone. It's all, you know, preference. But I really do love this blush. It is creamy, blends out perfectly. It just adds a nice flush to your cheeks, as you can see. I also love this blush palette. This is the Saharan Blush Volume 2. They have a first one that I wasn't interested in because it was really dark. This one's much lighter than that one. And I love the range in this palette. It's truly unique because there's like a purple blush, a pink blush, a red blush, a brown blush, and then 2 blush toppers. The range is beautiful. There's not one similar blush shade in this palette, and so I really love that because it makes it such a unique palette. For the last product that I own from Juvies Place, which is my favorite product from Juvies Place, is this concealer. I'm wearing it under my eyes right now. So I love this because it is such a big bottle. Like, there's so much product in here, and it has a gigantic doe foot applicator, which is so important for my concealers now. I love the doe foot applicator because you just need like one swipe and that's it. So I really truly love this, and it lasts all day. It doesn't crease. It's beautiful. The last brand that I have from That's Black Owned Makeup is Colored Raine. This is their Queen of Hearts palette. I have been wanting this palette for years, but I wasn't really willing to spend the money just because I've never tried Colored Raine products. So I decided to go ahead and purchase this over the quarantine season because I kind of went on a palette spree. And I have not used this a lot. Today is actually the first day that I've ever tried it. It's such a beautiful range. It's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich dream. I love this, and I love my eyeshadow that I came out with today, so I'm really excited to try more of these shades and play around with this. But they are coming out with a new collection. I think it's like the Juicy Boost or something like that. So I'm really excited to see what that looks like, because the packaging is already beautiful, so I can only imagine what's actually in there. And I'm excited to test out more colored Raine products, because I already love this palette and I've only used it once. The great thing about colored Raine too is that it's actually now sold at Target, so it's more accessible. This palette in particular is not sold at Target. They do have a couple products from the Color Raine website on Target. So if you're interested in colored Raine, you can just go ahead and go to target.com and check it out. So that's really great that they're more accessible. So now I want to talk about Black-owned makeup brands that I do not have products from, but through my research I've actually been interested in trying. So I moved to the side because I wanted to post pictures up here to show you the products, and I will let you know if I have purchased from them already, because I have made a couple purchases recently from these products, because when you're doing research and looking at all their products, of course you're going to want to shop some of them. So let's go ahead and start off with Glo Cosmetics. They are the first company that I purchased from since doing my research. So I purchased everything that I'm talking about right now. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Multichrome Loose Pigment. This retails for $15 and I got the color Urgent. So it's such a beautiful duochrome, multi-chrome, sorry, because there's like yellow, green, bronze, red. It's so gorgeous, and I'm so excited to put that all over my eyelid and just like blend it out. So I'm super excited to test that out and see how it looks. The next thing I have is the Galaxy eyeshadows, which retails for $7.50. I bought the shade Peachy Keen, which is such a pretty peach duochrome, because it also has like a green yellow duochrome along with peach. So I'm really excited to put a brown all over my crease and that all over the lid. Oh, I'm so excited. And the last product that I purchased from them is the matcha liner in Pastel Neon Blue Green. So I've recently been getting into more eyeliners. I purchased the Norvina cake liners, and one of the colors they don't have is a blue color. So I was interested in this color specifically because it's pastel and it's blue-green, and that's one of my favorite colors. So I'm so excited to test these out and play with them, because the color just looks gorgeous, and of course pastels look beautiful in the spring and the summer, so I'm really excited to test that out. So the next brand I want to talk about is Oma Beauty. I believe I'm saying that right, Oma Beauty. This brand is sold at Ulta. I read on an article that they seek to rewrite the rules of inclusivity and diversity, so I love that they are wanting to include all colors and skin tones and undertones in their brand. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Say What foundation, which retails for $39, and they have, wait for it, 51 shades. That is how many shades a company should come out with if they're deciding to come out with a foundation. I really hate when brands only provide like 3 or 4 shades. Like obviously like you're not going to include absolutely everyone, and not everyone's going to be able to purchase your product. Even for me, I have sometimes a hard time figuring out my skin tone in some foundation ranges because they don't have it. So I really love that they are inclusive, and their brightening concealer, the Stay Woke Luminous Brightening Concealer, which is $25, also has 20 shades. So that's absolutely incredible, and what brands should be learning from. You should have enough shades to fit everyone. It doesn't matter what anyone says, you should have enough to fit the lightest and the fairest skin tones to the deepest and the darkest skin tones. I do not care what people say. That should be so important to every brand. I love that Oma Beauty does this. So the last thing I'm interested from this brand are their color palettes, which are the eyeshadow palettes. So they have 4. They have the Carnival palette, which is a beautiful like range of colors with some neutrals. So I love that it has neutrals so that, you know, if you don't want to go all colorful, you still have some shades for that. The next palette is Allure, which looks like the Subculture palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I'd love to see if this palette works out better than the Subculture palette. The Posy Black Magic color palette is more of a darker browny bronzy colored palette with like a pop of blue. So that looks really pretty. And the last one is Savage Black Magic color palette, which is like more darker tones. It has like blue, orange, and red. and like a pop of silver, so that's really pretty as well. The one that I'm interested in and the one that I did purchase is the Carnival Black Magic color palette. I just love the colors and that yellow is speaking to me. So I've already purchased this from Ulta and should be coming in next week, hopefully. So I'm really excited to play with this, and if I do like it, I might, you know, get the other 3. So the next brand that is sold at Ulta is called Beauty Bakery. They are a little bit more gimmicky because, as you can see from their name, Beauty Bakery, a lot of their products pertain to bakery settings. So this is the Face Flour Baking Powder, and I did purchase this in the Cassava, I think it's the yellow shade. It retails for $24 and there is 6 shades. Really excited for this because I love testing loose face powders. They are gimmicky, but there's such a cute range of stuff that they have. So that is the first thing that I'm interested in. The second thing is the Coffee and Cocoa Bronzer Palette, which retails for $38. I did not purchase this one, but it looks really pretty and it's 5-star reviews, so I think it'd be great and I'd love to try this out. The next company I want to talk about is Clarity Cosmetics. Their lip glosses look beautiful. So they retail for $8 and the ones that I have been eyeing are more of a clear gloss. I really love the Gossip Girl shade and the Lip Silk. Gossip Girl looks like a clear gloss, maybe with a little bit of blue shift to it. Really pretty clear gloss shade, but Lip Silk looks just more juicy and more plump. So I'm really excited for Lip Silk. So if I am going to purchase one of the glosses, I think it would be Lip Silk. They of course have other shades. I just didn't put them in because I am more of a clear lip gloss person than anything. So if you want more shades, they do have more shades. They also have a palette called the Juicy Peach 9 Eyeshadow Palette. It retails for $41. This palette caught my eye for all the peachy shades and the swatches look gorgeous. I think $41 is a little steep for a 9 eyeshadow palette, but if you're wanting to support them, I think this is a beautiful palette to try and you probably won't be disappointed because the colors look gorgeous. So I have 2 more brands to talk about, and first one is Lip Bar, which is sold at Target, which is really great. I purchased 3 things from them now. The first thing I saw when I was researching about them is the Fresh Glow Duo. This is the shade Just Got Paid. I think this is really pretty, but it is not sold at Target. So I was already making a Target purchase, so I decided to buy a couple things from Lip Bar, but this isn't on there. So the first thing I did buy is the Lip Bar Matte Liquid Lipstick in Know It All. This retails for $12.99 and I did purchase that along with a lipstick and a lip liner that I did not have pictures of, but I will be doing a haul on all the products that I did buy, so stay tuned for that. But I did buy this matte liquid lipstick. The packaging looks gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, so I'm really excited to have that. They also have the Lip Bar Everyday Eyeshadow Palette. I did not purchase this because I have recently purchased a lot of eyeshadow palettes, so I didn't think I needed that one, but I think one day I will purchase it because it looks really pretty. But I did only buy lip products from the Lip Bar, and I thought that would be the best because they are called the Lip Bar, so I am excited to try this, but I did not purchase it. I only bought a lip liner, a lipstick, and the liquid lipstick. So stay tuned for the haul with all of those. And the last brand I want to talk about is Ace Beauty, or Ace Beauty. I'm not sure how to say that. I was interested in their 4 palettes. So the first one is the Vintage Dawn palette. It is retailing for $34.99. It has beautiful warm tones with like the bottom row has like 3 cooler tones, which is the green one, the blue one, and the light blue one. So this is a really pretty palette if you love warm tones, because it's mainly warm tones with a couple of cooler tones. So really beautiful. The next one is the Flare palette, which retails for $38.99. This has a really great range of cool and warm tones. They have purple, yellow, red, orange, green, blue. So I really am I think I'm interested in this one the most because it has such a wide range of color, and it's a little bit more than the Vintage Dawn, but it does have more shades. So I would say that's why it has a higher price tag. The next palette that caught my eye is the Oceanic palette. It is currently sold out, so it doesn't say how much it is, but I would probably say it is $38.99 like the Flare palette, just by my guess. But this is a gorgeous blue and green palette, so if you're looking for cooler tones with blues and greens, I think this is a gorgeous palette. And the last palette that I saw is a very much warmer tone palette with a lot of orange and pinks. This is the Scarlet Dust palette, and it retails for $34.99. This is a really pretty palette, but I do have enough warm tones, so this didn't really catch my eye as much as the Flare palette that has more options of colors, and I'm really interested in purchasing one of them eventually. So these are the palettes that have caught my eye from Ace Beauty. So those are all the products from Black-owned makeup brands that I own and I'm interested in purchasing and have already purchased. I know there is so many more Black-owned makeup brands and beauty brands that I haven't talked about, but I didn't want to make this video too long, so I would love to do like a part 2 of this and show more brands that I'm interested in for like hair care and other beauty stuff out there. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys learn something new, some new brands to try out, and I hope you also support the Black Lives Matter movement by donating and spreading the word and just showing and supporting. I know I can do so much more, and I know that a lot of us can do so much more. So I hope this does a little bit by showing you guys more brands that are Black owned and some of them even indie, so you support a small company and you support a Black owned makeup brand. I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!